Hey YouTube, I am joined by my friend Garrett, and today we're going to be trying peanut butter and cheese crackers. Which, interestingly enough, I recently read an article about these, and as far as I remember, the author couldn't find their origins. But they're a thing, and I think he also said he tried like actual peanut butter and actual like cheddar cheese and he didn't like it. But these are pretty good. Except for, I've tried all these brands before. None of them really taste like cheese on the cracker. Unless I'm not tasting the cheese. They do say milk and stuff in there. They do say cheese in there. Yeah. But I'm really good at tasting things. Like, you know, I don't know, you give me a spoonful of soup and I'll be like, oh yes, rosemary. But we've also got to fix the cheesy problem. Big Cheez-Its and Adam's crunchy peanut butter. This peanut butter isn't going to be as sweet as the peanut butter in these. So keep that in mind as we taste. But you get to pick. What do you want to go with next? Oh, one more thing also. These Lance Toast Cheese crackers, they don't say they're peanut butter and cheese, but they do list cheese in the ingredients. So it's a little weird. Everything else is, these are Austin peanut butter on cheese sandwich crackers.
Those are the ones I know.
Munchies, real peanut butter. They say, yeah, peanut butter filling on cheese crackers. And we got some Keebler. I think these are the ones that I gave you to try. It was either these or the Austin ones. Yeah. Because I know I gave you some, and that was the first time you had tried them. Cheese and peanut butter sandwich crackers are made with real peanut butter. No high fructose corn syrup. Now, here's the thing. A lot of things say real peanut butter. Oh yeah, it's peanuts and extra stuff. Like, that's why they're sweet. Yeah. I like Adam's peanut butter because it's peanuts. Stop. Oh, and salt. So, whatever you want to try.
I think we start with the OG, the one that I know.
Okay.
Austin.
So, let's open up a package of these ones. And an important thing is, like, try and nibble a corner of a cracker before digging into peanut butter. Or however you want to do it, as long as you taste a corner of the cracker alone so you know how cheesy it is.
Just for the cracker, yeah.
I've had a coworker say some are pretty cheesy. A former coworker, actually. I'm sorry.
Got a good corner.
I've like never tasted anything that's like, the cracker doesn't taste like anything to me.
Tastes like a cracker.
But a very bland cracker, like even saltines have more flavor than this.
And more salt at that.
Yes, saltines have a roundness to them, likely from fat. That fat content seems to be missing from this. It's like, you wouldn't know this comparison, but I once tried some pigless pork rinds. They didn't have the same roundness that real pork rinds do from the fat.
I'm not.
Texture was the same, taste was close, but there's not that same roundness. But, I mean, they're good. I like peanut butter and cheese crackers. They're better than Nikot cookies.
I haven't heard of those.
It's basically like a sweeter cracker with the peanut butter. Those are okay. But, to be fair, I might not care for Nikot cookies anymore because I had like too many. 2018, I was a manager at Dollar Tree. There were a bunch of Nikot cookies that like had expired that day, and they were just little packets like this. And so like, we just throw them away or discount them, and I'm like, yeah, I'll discount these for myself. And so I bought like 50 of them, and then or more than that actually, and then probably 100, and I spent like several months eating them, and then I got tired of them, and most of them were gone. But then like at least a year afterwards, I went cleaning out my snack bin and I found another one. I threw it away. What do you think of these ones?
Well, they're like I remember.
Okay.
They're like the most common that I've had, I think.
So what's next?
Well, I think we should go, probably the next one that I know more, which is probably this one.
Okay, Keebler. I will say Munchies is harder to find.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen those in Florida. And these ones too.
Yeah, you can find them at Walmart for the Munchies, but no other stores. Lance, I've only seen at Dollar Tree.
Yeah. I mean, I've only seen those two in Florida.
Yeah.
I haven't been looking for them, but
yeah,
that's why I want to do those last, because those are the ones that I've heard of least, seen the least of.
Alright. And we can go back and try any ones that you think we need to go back and try again and see. Ooh, we have some peanut butter crumble onto the desk. You know it's good when you can pick up a stiff piece of peanut butter.
So that's from this one?
Mm-hmm, probably.
This one does have more peanut butter.
Mm-hmm.
It's harder to find a corner of just cracker.
Oh, and it's sweet.
Really? I want to try cracker first.
Yeah. I found a little bit of corner. Again, it's like a saltine that's missing the salt and it's been colored orange.
It's just a little bit saltier than the other one, but maybe not too much.
You know, I'm the weird guy who likes to compare ingredients, so towards the end I think I'll quickly we can skim through them and see what we notice. I like to look for how healthy things are, but I would be curious to notice where the cheese is on the ingredients.
This one tastes like crunchier, crispier, which I think is a good thing.
I think you're right. And it is sweeter. I'm gonna go back to the Austin for a second.
Yeah, definitely sweeter. I agree with you there.
Yeah, this is.
That's good.
Yeah. The crackers are a little harder and crunchier.
Yeah.
So, we got Munchies, we got Lance, and we got Cheez-Its. I think Cheez-Its should be last, though.
Agreed.
But Munchies or Lance?
Well, we'll just go in order.
Okay.
Munchies.
Interesting. In 1913, Philip Lance took 500 pounds of unwanted peanuts, roasted them, and sold them on the streets of Charlotte, North Carolina. From there, he started making his own peanut butter, which he used to invent the peanut butter sandwich cracker, changing the course of snack history forever. Today, more than 100 years later, the Lance sandwich cracker lives on, and we still make our own peanut butter. Wow.
Says not Munchies, but we'll get to
Yeah,
that.
that's this one right here.
Yeah.
Now, he doesn't say specifically cheese peanut butter sandwich cracker, because there are ones that just have like more regular crackers to them. And so I'm not sure, maybe, like I said, the article I read didn't find an originator.
Yeah. This one looks like the most like a cheese saltine.
This is the best that I've had. I like the fluffiness of the cracker. It's got a good saltiness to it. The peanut butter is sweet, but it's not too sweet. Although I'm more of a bitter peanut butter guy myself, especially like, cause like this is, it's not super bitter, but it's just peanuts, so it's not really sweet. But I like that more, especially since like, I'll take peanut butter and turn it into an Asian style peanut sauce. Or, ooh, what I really love is peanut sesame burgers. Crunchy peanut butter with sesame seeds and maybe just a little bit of bacon fat mixed into the hamburger, and then you cook it. It's so good.
You said burgers? Yeah, I heard boogers first. I'm like, what? Oh yeah. I think with that one, the Munchies, the peanut butter aftertaste is the strongest. Like after it's like swallowed, after a little bit, you taste like the peanut butter more.
Yeah, I can taste that, and it's less of a sweet peanut butter. It's a little more
lasting in that sense.
Yes. Does it say?
I think it's just as like crunchy and good for the cracker as Keebler. Yeah,
there is sugar in this peanut butter and some molasses. Really does this. Oh, okay. So I already like the Keebler on their big package. They have in bold some of the individual ingredients, and that's always nice. So you can quickly see enriched flour, peanut butter, soybean oil, sugar, and dextrose, and skip over the other stuff. But the peanut butter is roasted peanuts. Huh. Why is this one so sweet? Or wait, was it? No. Keebler was the sweet one, wasn't it?
Yeah. How many grams of sugar does that say it has?
If it has any sugar.
It'd be carbs.
4.
Oh. total sugars in it.
But there's no peanut butter, it's just roasted peanuts. Where's the sweetness coming from?
This one, Munchies, one we just had, is 5.
Okay, yeah. And Munchies does say sugar in there. What?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, no, it's just... How did you get sweet peanuts, Keebler? Where did you find peanuts that grew on the vine with sugar on them? Because it's got enriched wheat flour, which is the niacin, reduced iron, vitamin B, thiamine, monoate. Then you got vitamin B2, riboflavin, folic acid, then peanut butter, which is roasted peanuts. Oh wait, no, soybean oil with TBHQ, roasted sugar, and dextrose. Okay, so there is sugar. They're just not telling you that it's in the peanut butter. Okay, so that explains. Okay, because when you taste this, you'll know that you can't have sweet peanuts unless you put sugar on them. So, I think all we have left aside from cheeses is Lance.
Mm-hmm. Of the 3, which one's winning for you right now?
It's still the Munchies.
For me, it's not Austin. That's my decision that I've made overall so far.
Yeah, and you know...
Surprising, because that's the one that I've known all this time.
You know who owns Munchies, right?
I don't.
Look right there.
Look at that.
Frito-Lay. Yep.
That's a good sign.
Mm-hmm. Which, oh, this was a couple of years ago now. I was in the store with my mom, and she was on a phone call with my stepdad, and he needed Munchies, meaning, you know, like trail mix and things from the bulk section, other stuff to snack on while he works. Mm-hmm. So I decided to be funny and take that literally, and I bought the literal Munchies cheese fix snack mix that has like pretzels and chips and Cheez-Its in there, and it was a funny joke. So.
Hey, this one has less sugar than the Munchies, even.
That was just peanut butter off the side. It's this is weird.
Looks the most different.
Oh. I think I tasted cheese. For the only time ever, I think I tasted a little bit of cheese.
Oh.
It had a roundness to it that was kind of cheesy.
For me, just a second, yeah.
And the peanut butter's not very strong.
Which it reflects in the less added sugar than the mall so far. Austin was honey.
And
yep.
I'm tasting a little more peanut butter now. It's also slightly bitter on peanut butter, but it's a weird. It's not. It's like it tastes like a little more than just you ground up peanuts that were tasted bitter like peanuts do. What would that be?
Well, that one was still better than Austin.
Mm-hmm. Maybe the peanuts were roasted a little bit longer. Also,
this is the one with the homemade peanut butter.
Well, not necessarily homemade, but like they make their own peanut butter, and supposedly the recipe hasn't changed. But then you read like, yeah, I'm pretty sure they didn't have half of these things at their home in Africa where they made these, or in Jamaica where they used to make these golden crust patties. You know, it's like that, or like they don't have this on a farm. But I get they probably follow the same recipe using the same tasting things, but they add a little bit to keep it lasting longer. I get that. Also, but I see unwanted peanuts here, so I'm sure now they're maybe not unwanted, but it makes me wonder, why were they unwanted? Were they a little less desirable and like, oh, these peanuts don't taste very good. I'll make them into peanut butter and I'll put them on cookies and you won't taste them. So, let's break out these Cheez-Its. Before we started recording, I was saying that they're as big as the one on the front of the box, and he was saying no, because it says enlarge to show texture. I think they're close, so we'll check.
Oh no, they're not even close.
Okay, yeah, they are a little smaller. But, okay, but they're still bigger than a regular Cheez-It.
Definitely.
So.
How do these sizes compare with these?
They're about the same.
Yeah. But barely smaller.
Yes, and that's why these are good for this. So.
We're making our own little homemade.
Yep, and you know it's real peanut butter when you have to stir it. Because all the oil flows to the top. That's what makes this peanut butter good.
First of all, what's your brand of peanut butter here?
Adams. It does say J.M. Smucker on the side, but Adams is all natural. It's literally just peanuts and salt. And since it's crunchy, they have 2 varying thicknesses of peanuts.
Nice.
Crunchy peanut butter is the best. But then my mom, like, she always had problems remembering that and always thinking it was creamy, and maybe I shouldn't have acted this way, but it worked. But, like, my dad was getting tired of us having only creamy peanut butter, and I was kind of getting tired, and so one time she was like, but it's crunchy. No, Mom, it is not crunchy peanut butter. It is, or sorry, it's not creamy peanut butter, it is crunchy peanut butter. Are you sure? Yes. Dad is, like, really annoyed about this and is always complaining it's crunchy. And
nice.
we never had creamy peanut butter since. But, no, I'm sorry, Mom. I shouldn't have exploded that loudly. But, and that was like, I don't know how long we had been getting creamy peanut butter by mistake. Anyways.
Here's just cracker.
And, like, I know what these crackers taste like, so I'm just going straight in for everything. And, again, the peanut butter is a strong flavor. But if you really notice, the cheese does stick through, and you actually taste it. They're advertising cheese at Puffs. I wonder how that would affect it. It wouldn't be as crunchy, but because these crackers are a little thinner than the other brands.
Well, definitely the most cheese.
And keep in mind, though, that... Oh, actually, no. I had an amazing idea. Okay, so we tried this peanut butter. Which of these had the best peanut butter? And then I'm going to deconstruct the sandwich.
Well, obviously there's different kind of people who like what they like. Yeah. There's the sweetest one, which obviously, would you agree with, was Keebler.
Yes.
And that's shown by how much sugar was added on the nutrition facts. It was 5 grams, the others were 4 or 3. Obviously this peanut butter is the most real.
Yeah. But like,
obviously.
Out of these brands, which did you like? Because I'm going to peel off the peanut butter and stick it on some Cheez-Its. That way, like, we can have this is what a more sweeter...
Well, if you like sweet Keebler, my favorite was probably Munchies.
I liked Munchies too. Let's deconstruct a Munchie and give it a real cheese cracker.
Yeah. That is a good idea. I'll do the same.
Okay. Alright. And then if you wanna, there's that one, and then we can grab another half of the sandwich. Now, can I actually do this? It's not coming off very easy. Oh, that works. Yeah, use it like a scrape. Or I do have napkins or tissues in the corner, so you can use your fingies.
My fingies?
Yes.
There we go. Mine went well.
Okay, and then grab another half.
Transplant complete, doctor.
Yep. I didn't even think about this until right now, and I'm like, oh, that's actually a really good idea.
This is gonna be good. To
make the comparison more even, because, you know, this is the most real, and so it kind of throws these under the bus for being just bitter.
Yeah.
I think that has a really good balance.
It's good.
Okay, that one had a weird... Okay, that's weird. That one had, like, a pocket of extra sweet. And now it tastes more like honey melting in my mouth.
It's like going between the two.
Yeah.
Between, like, the salty cheese and the sweet peanut butter.
It is, but when I had the munchies, the first one, maybe these two got somehow... It tasted to me like somehow that one batch of peanut butter didn't get mixed very well, and there was a little bit of extra sugar. I'm not like deconstructing a whole one, I'm just deconstructing this enough that I can taste just some peanut butter.
This is the munchies.
Yeah, okay. This one, here, try some of that peanut butter. This one doesn't taste as sweet as what I just ate.
Really?
It tastes like they messed up and they got a little extra sugar. Oh, interesting too. I can hear the sugar crunching on my teeth from this peanut butter. So it is a little bit sweet. I actually really, really liked that because with the Cheez-It, it wasn't overpowering like this peanut butter, and they were both very balanced. Munchies, whatever this thing is, you need to throw this recipe in the garbage and contract Cheez-Its. Get
Sounds
Cheez-Its.
expensive.
I don't care. That was so much better than this. I mean, it has
for a cheese cracker, yes.
has a little bit of cheese flavor, but it's not very cheesy. It's just, I mean, and without the peanut butter, I'm tasting it more. So they're definitely the cheesiest of all the actual peanut butter cheese sandwich crackers, but it's just not the same.
I kind of want to do what we just did with toast cheese. These ones.
Yeah.
Because their peanut butter, their sandwich crackers are the least added sugar of them all.
Sure.
Might be a little bit less sweet.
Let's do another transplant. We can transplant amongst all of them if you want.
Here you are.
However,
transplant. Wow, it's a darker color.
Yep. It is. Now keep in mind, this is supposedly, or at least originally, it was unwanted peanuts.
This does not scrape off either.
No, it's more crumbly of a peanut butter. Which is actually, I mean, it means it's a little more dry. They had maybe a little less oil in there, which isn't a bad thing.
That makes toast cheese the most healthy then. Least sugar, least oil, whatever.
Yeah, well, true, yeah. I forget what it was, but there was some chemical thing that when I was in culinary school first year, one of the second years, he used it to dry out peanuts really well and make peanut powder, but he also used it to make bacon powder.
I've had that before.
Yeah.
It's like a seasoning, bacon salt.
He didn't put salt with it, but he took bacon and actually like powdered it. And...
Nice.
So, here we go. Balanced peanut butter and a Cheez-It. You know what? Every time I say Cheez-It, I think of like the... Oh, what Asian country is it that has like your chi energy, but then also like zits on your face?
Is that an open-ended question?
Well, I mean, if you know, sure.
Well, it's Buddhism, so
right.
India.
Yeah, right. I actually watched a video recently about how like a whole bunch of Chinese people have gone missing, partially because they're like super old and they have a bad reporting system for people, and then also a lot of people try and like the Buddhists, I forget what it's called, but they basically try and go through this starving process and turn themselves into a mummy.
Nice.
But
sounds awesome.
That one, I think that was better with the Cheez-It, and that's what I'm tasting now. But also that peanut butter again is just weird.
Yeah.
It's
obviously it didn't stand out as much as the color, but
what did you do to your peanut butter, Lance? It's just bitter.
That's what I thought about this one actually.
I mean, yeah, but it's not the same. This is a little bit bitter.
Yeah, this has 0 added sugars.
It's a little bit bitter. And this is the bitter part of peanuts. This is the round part. Maybe it just has less fat because it seems more dry, and that's why it doesn't have as much of the peanut flavor. It's almost like burnt cream. Like, imagine burnt, but it's creamy.
Just comparing some more things
Sure.
we're talking about, yeah.
Yeah. So anything else that you want to test before we take out this video?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Because I mean, all that we really have. Well, I did want to, let's see. So Lance has cheese towards the bottom. It's not very obvious. Keebler has. Oh, cheese is in 2% or less, and it is also towards the bottom. Cheddar cheese.
Yeah, same here for
So
Austin.
it looks like they're all pretty much. Well, wait, where's a Munchers? Munchies. Yeah, cheddar cheese is also towards the bottom. So they all have cheese towards the bottom.
Less than 2%, yeah.
Now what about Cheez-Its? They've got your flour and stuff, and they got vegetable oil. So you got flour with all of its additives, you got oil, and then you have cheese as the third ingredient down. It's made of skim milk, and then they have 2% or less of salt, paprika, yeast, paprika extract color, soy lecithin. That's one thing I like about Cheez-Its, is that they have paprika for color. That's a really good coloring additive, because I remember once, like, I read, I forget exactly how they said it, but my real dad came home with some, like, protein bars from the gym, and one of them was like, the protein bars, blah, 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 might be a different color, because we don't add colorings to make them the same. And I'm like, wait, what? You mean other companies take food colorings just to make them the same shade of brown every single time? No! That's not healthy. I don't, like, is someone really gonna go complain if one power bar looks a little darker than the other?
No.
Okay, some people might. Some Karen out there might be like, this one's bad. Refund. But,
yeah.
So cheese seems to be on the bottom for...
Yeah. In Cheez-Its, it was not in the 2% or less. In here, there is not a 2% or less marking.
Right.
It is, like, at the bottom. It only comes before the coloring stuff.
Yeah. But also, a big telltale will be, so yeah, flour, peanut butter, and all of its, flour, all of its additives, peanut butter, soybean oil, dextrose, and then the 2% or less, and the cheese. I'm just kind of looking at, like, how much ingredients are before the cheese, because it could just be, oh yeah, peanut butter is lower, or no, cheese is lower, but you just added peanut butter, so it's like 1. But that seems to be, actually, so it's actually about the same, because Cheez-Its had it last, like, before the colorings, but, so you're essentially just adding peanut butter in between. So, I say, final verdict, what do you think is, like, the best? I think if you're just buying these and you're not making your own, then it was definitely the Munchies. I think Munchies with the Cheez-Its, out of the others that we, like, Frankenstein together, was the best. Munchies, get with Cheez-Its, do that, or make your cracker more cheesy. But then also, if you were making it yourself, I mean, you don't have to use Adam's peanut butter. That's part of the bitter equation. Go grab your Jif that has a bunch of other stuff that's not found in peanuts, and so I don't consider it as healthy. And you know, like I once said, choosy moms choose peanut butter that has lots of additives filled in it and other things that don't make it as good.
Yeah, I will do that with my Jif. I am a Jif man. But remind me, when we were doing the transplants, we did it with...
We did it with Lance.
Yeah,
and then we did it with Munchies.
I thought we did it with Keebler because Keebler was the sweetest peanut butter.
Maybe we did. So then we did it with this. I think we did it with Munchies. But then we also did it with Lance. The only thing we didn't do was Austin. And yeah, I'm pretty sure, cause now you got me guessing. But I'm looking at, like...
Well, we have the most Munchies missing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Open Keebler. Well, now it's also...
I'm sure we tried it with those 3, and not Austin.
Only going back and watching this video will tell.
There is that too. But, like, yeah, what do you think? So, I didn't notice that we had recorded for 30 minutes and the camera had turned off. Basically, we were just wrapping up. Yeah. We said Munchies was the best. especially when combined with the Cheez-Its. And it's okay to have some of this stuff in moderation. There's no problem with that. We talk about health stuff, mostly me. Well, I mean, actually, you are going into like physical fitness for youth and stuff, so you think about health a little bit too.
Probably a little bit more than the average person.
Right, yeah, and I do that because my parents are a little healthy. My mom's a chiropractor. We used to be vegan, although I do not remember being vegan.
That's funny.
But, like, because, like, actually, you know what? My mom was sick once when I was, like, 7 or something, and our neighbor brought some refried beans over that we could warm up, and it was like vegetarian, and I didn't know what that meant, and I thought, what, so like, this one has some vegetables kind of mixed in there just a little bit, so like, does she think that I'm not getting my veggies, and I need to have veggies snuck to me? But now that I'm older, I realize it doesn't have lard in there, or fat, because I used to teach nursery, and I had a neighbor once say that he went to a Mexican, like, food truck, and he ate a burrito, and it tasted like a donut, because of the lard.
Interesting.
But I like that. I like the very fatty refried beans, especially when you dip soft pretzels in them.
Talking about fat, that was another thing that we did mention.
Yeah.
After it cut off is comparing the fat content in each of them, because I was mentioning that even though Austin is the first one that I chose to have because it's the one that I've heard of and it's the most common and probably have had the most of, it looks the most oily. It wasn't as crispy.
Yeah.
Probably preserved for just more fat. But
well,
yeah.
Anyways,
that's a thing.
Yeah. So anyways, that was pretty fun. If you guys liked the video, leave a like down below. If you've had any of these brands, if you got a favorite, let us know. And anything else from you before we take off?
Well, thanks for sharing your stuff with me.
Yeah, that was fun. I like doing this with people. And anyways, we'll see you guys in whatever's next. Bye.
Peace.